Nestlewood Solar Project over in Clermont County are complaining about flooding and standing water now after heavy rain this week. Now, neighbors are also turning to the WCPO9 I-team for a possible solution.
Investigative reporter Paula Christian has been reporting on the project since crews broke ground nearly 2 years ago now. She shows us the impact this week's rain is having on the people who live next to it.
We're going to lose our property because of all this.
Paul Doherty lives next to a new substation built for the Nestlewood Solar Project on 650 acres near Hammersville.
So we've went through months of construction with much lime and rock brought in and much dirt removed, and now we're ended up with a pond here all over.
He says crews built up the substation and solar facility so it would sit on higher ground, rerouting water with excavation, turning small creeks into raging waterways, flooding roads, ditches, backyards, and in some cases, basements.
It's brought massive flooding to my creek.
But it's not just this week. Neighbors say anytime it rains heavily, their land turns into a watery mess. Neighbor Charles Day took this video last February of flooding in his backyard. He's lived here for 15 years and says he's never had water problems before Nestlewood. He says the creek in his yard is at its banks this week and running very muddy. Tate Township trustee Rusty Durbin took this video last August of road and ditch flooding at Nestlewood.
People are seeing water in places they've never seen before.
Nestlewood sits on what was once farmland for corn and soybeans. Now it's an 80-megawatt solar facility that's still under construction.
With no vegetation on that property over there, all the water just sheds off and goes into the ditches, into the creeks.
Durbin is getting a lot of complaints from residents, but admits there's not much he can do. The Ohio Power Siting Board oversees large solar projects. Its staff visited Nestlewood on Tuesday, but found, quote, no outstanding issues. In a statement to the I-team, a siting board spokesperson says in part, some ponding was present in line with what could normally be expected given recent rainfall. The agency will continue to monitor it, the spokesperson tells me. I spoke to several neighbors who say they've called the state for help but didn't get any. That's why Doherty says he contacted the I-team.
Because you guys usually get results out of somebody.
I reached out to Nestlewood's owner, Texas-based Vesper Energy. A spokesperson says the company is talking to Doherty to better understand his concerns and, if needed, identify solutions. Doherty says Nestlewood crews dug an 8-foot ditch on his land, preventing him from reaching his back property. Vesper Energy values good relationships with those who live in and around project areas, and we are committed to being good neighbors now and in the future, according to a Vesper spokesperson.
I know part of their contract is they're going to come back and fix everything when they get done. You know, I hope that's true and they do that.
As for Doherty, he wants his land restored to the way it was before Nestlewood moved in.
Help. We need some help for somebody to actually do something about this problem.
If neighbors have concerns, the Ohio Power Siting Board tells me they should contact the solar project directly through the complaint resolution process. And if they're still not happy, then to contact the Siting Board directly. Reporting from Hammersville, Paula Christian, WCPO 9, I-team.
All right.